attention, please. We've got our next guest. We've got our next guest. He is one of the Emerald's favourite sons. He's also the first jockey to earn $1 million, Australian jockey and Kiwi jockey.
He's still at it.
To win $1 million in one season. He won 4 Cox Plates and had a fantastic career riding overseas. Would you please welcome Brent Thomson. Well, Brent, let's start off with your association with one of your Cox Plate winners, Dulcify, who was one of the greatest horses that anyone who remembers that Australia's ever seen.
Well, he was an extraordinary horse in lots of ways because he was, it was what you saw, he was just a basic sort of animal. He turned into be one of the most incredible horses I ever sat on, and there's no doubt I've never sat on a better horse.
What was that feeling like when we see the images of yourself, Colin Hayes, the staff around Dulcify when he broke down in the 79 Melbourne Cup? What was that feeling like? Only you could probably describe it. You sat on, and you had a great association with him as well.
Yeah, I can still relive that because it's sort of like losing part of your family. Like, there's Lee, there's Karen, there's Wes here. When like I lose fact when people they think that they don't care about horses, and I must admit on that day, probably the most devastating day I ever dreamed about. Like it was awful. That was the end of the whole thing.
What was the feeling around the stable as well? I mean, I suppose they would have been, because they live with the horse each day.
Absolutely, it was awful, and I think it's hard to. Certainly, some of those people would still relive that in lots of ways.
Well, he won the Cox Plate by 7 lengths, and another horse came along and won the next 3 Cox Plates. You've probably been asked this question a million times. Who would he have tested Kingston Town?
He would have tested, certainly. I think it was. I sat on Kingston Town track road a couple of times. Certainly was worthy of winning 3 Cox Plates, but if Dulcify had been around, he wouldn't have.
Well, that was for Colin Hayes. You rode Dulcify. How did your association begin with Colin Hayes? Because you were only a young kid. You came over. You rode Fury's Order to win the Cox Plate in 1975. Where did the association start with CS?
Well, I was only a young boy, and I was at Wellington. Anyway, the main man in the jockey group came out and said, Colin Hayes wants to speak to you. And so I walked out there, and I was like, I think I was about 7 years old. Seven years old. And anyway, so he fished me out of the jockey's room, and he said, Colin Hayes wants to speak to you. And so I walked out there, and he was a great man. And so I sat down with him for about 10 minutes, and he asked me to come over to be his jockey in Melbourne. And it was quite amazing because, like, I won 2 Cox Plates by that time. And it was a bit of a shock, I guess, but my father was my boss, and I had to go and, so I spoke to my father. I said, Dad, what do you think? Well, there was no, couldn't take that. And so I arrived in Melbourne about February.
78, wasn't it?
Yes, yes.
What was he like to ride for? Colin Hayes.
No, he was a great man. I reckon I had about 3 really bad runs in with him. Certainly when I deserved. It was at Flemington race so called, and after about 300 metres, I had made my line up. I ended up three wide and got beat. So, but at the end of the day, Colin Hayes was a great boss. He was also, when it was over, it was over. So, and so, I'll take it back to when I left the camp. I was in Perth, and unfortunately it was one of these episodes where Laurie Connell was the main man in charge there, and he thought I did the wrong thing with Rory Shester, and I never did it. I was offered a lot of money, like a serious lot of money in those days, to stop him. And I never did it. So anyway, I just...
That was in 85, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I walked away from it. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what, he was the greatest man, he was the greatest in direction, everything, he was superb.
Did David, I know he was very young, but did he have much to do with the stable back then? David?
No, David was still at college. To this day, David and I are great mates.
What prompted the move overseas? Was it because of the end of the association with CS?
I guess I had opportunities. You know, I did go to. Well, firstly, Robert Sangster was my entree card to go away, and so I went there and rode for Robert. He was my sponsor of those days, and then I went to ended up riding for Barry Hills.
Which you rode a couple of group runs?
Yeah, no, we won the Ascot Gold Cup and plenty of other good races.
It was a pretty good time. It was like you were competing against some of the best jockeys the world's ever seen. Lester Piggott, Willie Carson, Pat Ettery. Must have been quite a challenge riding against those superstars.
I'd like to think that it was amazing that era, because Lester Piggott was still riding at the age of 50 or 60 something. He had actually come out of jail, which is quite amazing.
Tax fraud. He was tax fraud.
So somebody it's quite amazing. He came out of jail and started riding horses. Steve Cortland was my predecessor with
Whiskey.
Barry Hills, and he went to Henry Cecil, and you're lucky in your life to ride with some of those greatest names. I'm saying ever.
Now you rode for the Queen. What was that experience like? You won for her, I believe.
Yeah.
Hang on, we've got it on film.
I can tell you how this generalised. So the first time I've just come back riding, and I didn't drop an ankle, I'm just driving the track. We've been in Paris for the afternoon and riding. And anyway, so I'm driving back, and my manager was a great man, Joe Mercer, one of the great.
He's a champion jockey as well.
Great, yeah. So he's my manager. So I'm driving down the back from Heathrow to my place, and Joe calls me. He says, "Oh, by the way, you've got a ride to the Queen on Monday." I said, "Oh, that's good." So anyway, that's not. It's not quite as easy as that. You know, you imagine them like you present it to imagine the Queen. So anyway, I've gone back there. I've practiced about 10 times in front of the door, you know, doing a curtsy and all that stuff. Anyway, so I went to the races and I rode for the rest of the week. Didn't actually win that day, but I did win for a couple of days. But it's quite funny because you saw it. It was amazing how scared you are.
Did she say no?
She spoke about column.
That's your recollection of it. She didn't say much at all. Just did she say hi?
Oh no, I had to do that. You know, curtsy, done the whole thing. Yeah, all that was in front, but it was.
One of your big thrills.
Well, it is a big thrill because, you know, in the end of the day, I'm going to say that there's not many people, and certainly not in Australia, wear the royal colours.
We see him go around in Australia at the moment. Look, Strawberry Road, we'll talk about him. You won a Group 1 in Germany on Strawberry Road. My question is going to be, why didn't you get the ride in the Arc? Because it wasn't, from my recollection of the race, it wasn't a good ride by Greg Starkey. Was that your thoughts? And then were you a chance to ride the horse in the Arc?
Michael, you know, I never worked that out. It was a strange, absolute strange move because I won a pretty long Barton on me, and you'd assume that you'd get the ride. So the ownership in the ownership at the time was
John Singleton, you did this one.
and a whole lot, and I just thought I'd get the ride. And anyway, they gave us a group to start to say that I really don't know what the mechanics of that was.
We never know. What about Dandy Andy? He defeated Bone Crusher and Bow Road in a big upset at 125-1. So you weren't the punter's favourite backers pal anyway. What was that like for Jim Sergey?
Well, that I tell you is a great story.
We'd love to hear it.
This is a great story, right? So my youngest son, who's now 28, so that's 28 years ago, right? When I got asked to ride for this ride down the I said to as a journalist at the time, he always used to call me and say, "Jim wants you to ride these horses." And I said, "He's got no fucking chance." I could get strong there. So anyway, I'm going, just fucking deal me out of this. This is the greatest race you'll ever fucking seen. Got 3 fucks, right? Yeah.
Because Wolfell was in the race as well.
Yeah.
Colin.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going to sit in the fucking jockey's room anyway, so Tim Hable. So anyway, he calls me. He said, the boss wants you to ride the horse. I said, "Oh, geez." I said, "No." I said, "I can't do that." I said, "I'm going to sit in the jockey's room and watch it. This is the best race you've ever seen." Anyway, at about 10 o'clock on Friday morning, I'm declared the jockey of down the uni. So away we go. So we sit there like, this is the, you know, I don't know, they think it's the greatest race of the year. And so I've gone on there, standing in the mounting yard, and old Jim Surkey goes, "Is that chance?" I said, "Really?" So he goes, he said, "Now, what you do, boy," he said, just drop out the back and, you know, just go along. Well, that's the only way it's going to be anyway. So I've gone, I said, yeah, it's good. So I just jumped out, and I can tell you how it worked. 2,000 metre start. It's quite long. And the yelling of that, and I'm last, naturally. And anyway, drop onto the other, on the 1,400 metre. You go over there, and I'll just give him a little bit of one of those. He's picked up, and by the time we got to the, half mile, which is the old crossing, right? He's sort of got on the bit. So now I've given another starch, and by the time we got to the corner, I'm counting. I'm going $1 million. So I'm going $1 million here. Okay. So got the corner. I'm saying 300,000. You know. And anyway, funny enough. Anyway, with that long gating in it, by the time we turn about 200 metres, there is one reason I thought I could win. Cyril Small. He looked left. Why did he look left? Yeah, how you look right. I'm just coming down this side. Right? And
at that stage you had bone crusher covered.
Yeah.
So what did you say when you got off the horse? To Jim?
I actually I don't really know. I think I was stunned as most people. That was one of the most amazing groups.
So what lesson does any jockey learn from what you did that day? Always accept the ride, no matter what it is?
Possibly.
Well, anyone that knows Brent, we know he's a lover of
Red wine?
shoes.
Oh.
Tell us the shoe story. Keith Elliott tells the story. The story of the shoes from Hong Kong. Now, I'm very unfamiliar with the whole story, but you bought some shoes in Hong Kong and then gave them away to somebody. Is that something like that? Worth a bit of money? Can you tell us that story? Because I think it's quite a good story.
I'll recollect it.
Microphone? What did you do?
No, my famous story in terms of shoes was this. So these are the types they go right. Bang.
I was told back in the day. I was told back in the day you would buy 10, 20 pairs of shoes, and they're worth, well, the cheapest was about $500. Is that right? Back in the day, in the 80s.
My famous story, Marky.
Microphone?
This shouldn't be famous, but it is. It's quite famous.
Concrete behind it.
That's not a law.
The shoe story.
Microphone?
better. I'm living in Hong Kong and living the
Dream.
the dream.
Microphone.
He was living the dream in Hong Kong.
But because I could. Anyway. So I'm living in Hong Kong
Very
and
hardy.
I'm making more money than you can
Spin.
stand. And I spend it too. Anyway, so anyway,
You live in Hong Kong.
I living there, and they call me a place. I'm one of their what's it called, Shuman Lao or whatever. Anyway, I'm one of their preferred customers. What? So anyway, the main man comes in from Italy, and he's measuring me up for this. Yeah, you can see. So I'll spend. Oh no. He comes into town anyway. After that, he's measured it up and he appears in town. He goes, here we go. And I didn't know what these shoes cost. You should ask. Show your pairs there, right? I've got two pairs. I got lovely, I got lovely, dance shoes.
Alligator skin.
No. Yes. And the others, right? So when I picked them up, and she calls me this girl, she says, Mr. Thomson, she said, your shoes have arrived. I said, oh, okay. I said, that's good. I'm at Hong Kong Central, and so I picked them up. You wouldn't want it. You don't try them on, do you? Don't fit it. So I take them home. $7,000 later. Our money. And it didn't fit. So what happened? Well, I tell you what happened. I gave a pair of shoes, the dinner shoes, to Willie Carson, because I used to fly in his plane quite a lot. And I said, Willie, give me $100.
Well, no, that's the only thing you spend money on over the years.
No. Yeah. I'd love to say that I've been. You know, you're involved in the whole industry. Everyone trips themselves up. I certainly have. Sometimes. I got some of the great mates there. Sharon, and Wes, you know what? We are good for the game.
Do you have any regrets on a fabulous career? Any advice to a young person coming through in the racing game? You must have plenty of advice. But you give it most times here at the Emerald.
Microphone.
Sorry, yeah, no, I certainly do. Would I change some of it? Yes, I would.
Cheaper shoes?
Would it change something? Yes, yes it would. But you know, you only have one roll of the dice.
What about? We ain't over yet. Any questions? Oh, there's one up the back here.
Great man, can you tell everybody that wonderful story you told me about when you rode in Hamburg with Leicester and you got rained in for the night? I think everyone's ready for this. Now, hold the microphone close. Come on, this is good.
So we're in Hamburg, and for the Hamburg derby, and anyway, we go to the Raper Barn.
Where the Beatles played?
So anyway, we go to the Raper Barn and we give it a run through. Anyway. Anyway, we get home and Lester Piggott has brought something back and he's done the business. So anyway, she gets out. She gets out. She's about to leave. And she's about to mark.
And Leicester's dead, isn't it? Sort of.
Yeah. And she goes, what was it about the mark? He said, yeah, fuck off.
Oh, he's just kidding.
Is that the end of the story? Anyone else? Any other questions?
What about you and Susan Sangster?
Yeah.
That story. Can you tell us about that?
I've got to say, she was a great lady. No, she was amazing lady. Even when Robert's 50th, that we stayed there. She was an amazing lady, Susan. She was. I went to her funeral, just the other day, and yeah, she was gorgeous.
Could you have ridden the Melbourne Cup winner Baldale Ball for the Sampsons?
Yeah, of course.
What happened there?
Well, take her on a horse.
Yashmak or something?
Yes, mate. You're right. Yeah. No, it was amazing. Like, I had opportunity. We had 4 runners in those days, and I can tell you why I chose not to ride Yashmak. He ran 200 yards last in the Duke of Norfolk. I couldn't forgive him for that.
Yashmak or Baldale Ball? Baldale Ball.
Yeah, I couldn't forgive him.
What's it like? What's the feeling like when you know you could have ridden the Cup winner, especially now that you know you can't ride one again? It's a pinnacle of the jockey's career for most, anyway.
Well, I'm not sure that I'm lost in that. But, of course I would have loved to have ridden a Melbourne Cup, but
You need a lot of luck then.
I'm not sure I'm lost in it. I don't know. You're right. 4 Cox played, 3 Cox played. I'm not sure that I'm lost in it. But, yes, I would love to win a Melbourne Cup. I'm not quite sure that I'm lost in it.
Yeah, well, some of the greatest jockeys haven't won it.
Sure.
George Moore was one, and Scobie Breesley. Both of those two never won a Melbourne Cup. Anyway, it's been a great career. Any other questions for?
What's the fastest horse you've ever ridden? You just had a jet under you, and what are your favourite colours? 2 questions.
Fastest horse?
Yeah, one you had a jet under you.
funny enough, I think one of the fastest horses I ever rode was a filly called Mop. I think she won a Stradbroke later in life, but she was like electrifying. Your other
favourite colours? Dream. Silks? Dream. No, seriously. The one that stands out?
What we did? What?
Maybe your second fastest horse.
So second fastest. Okay, I'll tell you who that was. It was called Committed. I went to England and I was riding for Robert Sangster, and this was a machine. Like, she ended up going to America, and she won over there. Like, this would win any Newmarket, any other race. Like this was funny. First time I rode it, this was not me, right? I actually stopped her, which I was under the instructions too, and they said you can't. We're going to hold her to go to Newmarket. Sorry, to Ascot. So Dermot well trained her, and this thing was the fastest thing I've ever sat on in my life. Okay, on my life. And she ended up, she won the Corcoran Ori, which is now the big race.
We're at Ascot.
Yeah.
Kingston.
Yeah. And anyway,
There's a trainer in this room who won the Kingston.
I'm telling you, this is the fastest I've ever sat on, and she was one of those. So you're lucky.
Any more?
Yeah, I've heard about this Piggett's whip. How much bigger was it than a normal whip?
I've got one of them.
You got one of them? Right. Would it be about 4 foot?
Oh, they're about that long. Cheekily, and I don't think the rest of the world knows this. So I'm in Paris, and we're the same valet, right? So anyway, he said to me one day, he said, coming back from Paris, he said, his name was Monsieur Lulu. Right. He said, bring back my gear. Well, so I did. But I thought, you might as well take the fucking whip out.
Any more?
So I have still got L's Piggett's whip. He doesn't even know about it.
Who do you think will win the cup this year, Brent? Thank you for a great.
Too hard, too early. Too hard, too early. But anyway, you know, what you've done, you've got a great team, and I think it's wonderful what you've done for the afternoon.
Thank you.